So, what a crazy 24, 48 hours. And we have been doing these lives now every day for about a week. And it's really awesome to have a direct connection with each and every one of you. So if you do appreciate it and you are just tuning in right now, please do me a favor and smash the like button. Also, I go through all of the comments. So if you want to leave a comment with a question, I'll go through it and hopefully I can answer you live on the stream. So again, guys, smash up the like to help me out. Leave me some comments. And of course, we do have a bit of a wild day ahead of us. Look at that. What a bounce. Look at the bounce directly off the bottom of the support, guys. Like I was saying, when we had the crash, that was not the time to be selling. Right now, everything has bounced, right? Pretty much everything has bounced. I have a coin or a project that I'm holding, ORNJ, I think it is the ticker, right? And it's a BRC20 project. It's up higher than it was before the crash, all right? So now is your moment. Now is your moment to think, all right? Do I take my profits now? Yesterday and the day before, not the moments, right? They're not the time. When everyone's panicking, you don't want to be dumping. But when everyone is now getting euphoric again, that's when you want to consider it, all right? I'm not telling you to dump. I'm not dumping anything. I am, however, taking profits from my trades, just small amounts, but yeah, not telling you to sell, but this is a much better time to consider getting rid of the projects you don't want once we've bounced, right? You don't want to do it in mass panic and hysteria. So Bitcoin's doing well. We have Solana is just absolutely incredible. Look at this. Exactly what we talked in the live yesterday. Our first resistance has now literally, we are on it right now. We are literally on it right now. Look at where we got that. Look at that. Opening of the trade is absolutely insane down there, right? Right at the bottom. If you do want to trade, I like to use Margex because I can get into these trades really easy. I can use Solana as my collateral to trade Solana. So there is a link to it down there in the description. If you do want to sign up, you can get $10,000 if you use my bonus, if you use my link. And guys, look, these are the profits we've had so far today. I did take some profits, taking profits here and move stop loss to break even. Let's print. So no risks in these trades right now. And you can see all of the trades that I did during the panic. So I tell everyone in my Patreon exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it. And guys, this project right here, doing amazingly. We got in at a $400,000 market cap. Right now, it's about a $2 million market cap, even in this market. So there is a link to my Patreon as well, if you guys fancy joining it at any point. Now, I do want to discuss something pretty interesting, all right? So look at this chart. It's from my friend Crypto Rover. Look, bull flag, 2020 COVID crash. Bull flag. Look at this, 2024 recession crash. Look at that, right? Almost identical. Now they're different enough, but history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes, all right? So with that said, I do want to talk to you guys about one thing. Let me see if it's ready. All right, sorry, one sec, it's not ready because I want to bring someone onto the live to talk about what is going on. But guys, let's see about, we got bullish things to talk about, but let's talk about the reasoning behind what's going on, all right? Warren Buffett's sitting, not the reason, but some concerning things in the market. So Warren Buffett is sitting on the biggest cash pile ever. The world's richest people have been cashing out their own stocks heavily. Weapon manufacturer Lockheed Martin is up 23% in a month. US presidential candidates looking at Bitcoin. Japan sees biggest daily crash in 40 years, and it's already a zombie economy. Recession coming with record high debts worldwide. Middle Eastern conflict about to get worse. Iran about to attack Israel. US sending a lot of extra military gear. Social unrest in the UK. So what on earth is going on, right? What on earth is going on? And what is about to happen that people know about that we don't. Now, this could be concerning for us. Of course, it is worrying, but it's outside of the realm of crypto, right? This does affect the market, but I still believe that there is need for Bitcoin in a moment like this. It does leave a little bit of uncertainty around the altcoins. Of course it does. But You can just dollar cost average and hope that we don't go into a recession yet, hope that we have a pump. And stuff like Solana, right? We can see right now, Solana is absolutely showing us that there is still strength in the altcoin market. Just look at this move upwards. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Ethereum's doing well as well. Look at some of our trades. We're in over $1,000 profit. Over $1,000 profit here. Combined, we've made a decent chunk since yesterday. We got our XRP, Ethereum, Solana. We've got a bunch of things that are open. And this is why we take advantage of the market when everyone else is scared. Rather than panicking, we take advantage of the market. Now, I want to talk about these emergency meetings that people are talking about. I also want to hear there is a bit of news about maybe there's money printing coming, and I want to figure out what is going on. And I want to ask my friend here to explain, because he did make a video going through this and he does understand things like the American economy a little bit better than I do. And I do want to bring him here so we can discuss it. I'm just asking to let me in. Let me in. Come on, mate. What are you doing? If you guys do have any questions, please smash them in the comment section. And guys, if you are enjoying the lives, do me a favor and smash us up to 50 likes. We are 23 likes away from it. So if you could help me smash the likes up, that would really help. All right. And
hello.
Here we have Mr. Sam, my financial friend. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. I saw you made a video, and I want to know what is going on, all right? Emergency meeting, money printer starts in 24 hours. And everyone loves us talking about things happening in 24 hours. So I want to know. What happens in 24 hours, bro? Are they turning the money printers on? Please, let me know. Let us know.
Yes. Yeah, so I have questions for you as well. Let me scroll over to the tweet. So starting tomorrow, the U.S. will start buying $30 billion per month in treasury buyback. So basically just buying back bonds that they issued and treasury notes, which just provides more liquidity. That's how I look at it. Is it just provides more liquidity for the system, more money sloshing around, more M2 increasing, lower rates are coming too, because I saw that Japan had an emergency meeting today after the market fell so drastically yesterday. They had a huge bounce today. So Monday they were down 13% on the Nikkei 225 index, which is, I believe, similar to the NASDAQ. It was down 13%, then the next day it's up 10 point something percent as well. So massive rebound. Seems like they're having a big meeting amongst some of their top officials to try to figure out like what they need to do so there's not more global uncertainty. But that was basically what the video was about. And yeah, I mean, it seems like Bitcoin's bouncing well. A lot of risk assets are bouncing well today.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's an interesting moment in the market when we have such intense panic, right? Such intense panic in the market. Literally yesterday, like, you know, a couple of hours ago yesterday, Bitcoin was at 49K. And right now we're sitting again at what? 56,500. What an incredible recovery. Solana has just, like, it's way stronger than I thought it was going to be this time round. You know, from 100 and like, what, 109 all the way up to 146 right now, which is a 34% move in 24 hours. Like, it's incredible. And it just goes to show that there are altcoins, right? There are still altcoins that are incredible opportunities. But as long as you pick the right ones, if you're betting against the wrong horses and you're sticking with them, then it's not such a good idea. Like Arbitrum, I've seen, is down significantly. I'm not sure what they're doing today, but some of these were absolutely decimated.
It seems like this cycle is really one where you have to stick to the winners.
Yeah.
Like the last couple cycles, you could buy anything that was in a certain narrative and it'd go up. But it seems like, yeah, certain projects continue to bounce, but there's, you know, so much inflation in some company or in some tokens that they just continuously get beaten down, or just the money's funneling to Solana, Bitcoin, and then just a few others. I am going to ask you a question though, because you got to ask me a question.
Yeah.
What have you been buying over the last day? And have you been like leverage trading at all? And then what do you think about buying like right now if someone missed the bottom yesterday?
So in the last 24 hours, I've bought dollar cost averaged into, let me check the old Patreon, because that's where I call out everything that I'm buying. Guys, if you do want to join, there is a link down there in the description. But I DCA'd into Bitcoin yesterday. I also longed Ethereum at 2,368, which it isn't up too much from there, but we're doing pretty nicely. Pretty nice profits on that. I also bought Casper. I bought Casper at 15 cents. I'm not sure exactly where that is now. And of course, I did DCA a little bit into Ethereum. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Casper are all projects that I bought. The reason why I stepped a little bit out of, you know, the large caps. I mean, Solana's quite large, it's at about 4 billion, but I stepped out of it a little bit this time because I just see the community behind Casper as just incredibly bullish, right? It reminds me of Cardano. It reminds me of XRP. And those are significantly bigger, right? You know, Cardano did reach an $80 billion market cap, give or take, in the last bull run. So if Casper can do that, we're talking a 20x from here. And, you know, so the upside is so large. And I do think that community, coins with communities behind them are, you know, big movers in a bull market. So if we get a big move in the bull market, I think it's very evident that things like Solana, Casper are going to move really nicely in that market. So yeah, of buying all of those. Leverage wise, I got involved in a bunch of trades in the mass panic, right? So I was waiting. I have an interesting style in these crashes. Of course, I trade a little bit differently when we're not crashing. I do use a lot more support, resistance, and patterns. I do like bull flags and symmetrical triangles and stuff like that, like basic TA. But in a crash, these sorts of things, it's more like gambling, right? But it's like, I always like to refer to it, it's like gambling but having the house's edge, or poker, where you can, you know, you learn different strategies and you can count cards or something. That's what I refer to it. When these big crashes are happening, right? We know the areas in which there's going to be a lot of liquidity, the areas in which people want to push the market down to. So I'm watching the chart, right? I'm watching it. We start to crash, and what normally happens is we have an initial scare down, right? The market rebounds while people try and catch that first bounce. And now this might happen a few times, but what happens is the market hits a certain level, and that's normally a really strong support. Then it bounces really quickly and strong from there. So people think, oh, I'm going to miss out. The bulls are back in charge. I'm going to miss out. So then they jump in, and then they actually get wrecked again, and we go lower. And this happens a few times. And then you notice, right, there's a very clear moment in time in these big call and black swan events or just big crashes, a very clearly moment where the market gets extremely scared, right? So this happened. I was on the plane. Luckily, I have to say the American domestic flights have incredible internet, right? They're awesome. So I was trading on that, and I was watching this play out. You're watching it play out on Twitter. You're watching it play out on YouTube. You're watching it play out in real time, right? People are. It's like the entire timelines completely change. They change from being like, yeah, we can bounce. Where we're gonna bounce? We're finding support. Don't worry, it's all gonna be fine. To no, get out. Everyone needs to get out, and it's just like insane, right? And then you start to see this absolutely like this massive candle that happens, and it just starts to fall, and it looks like it's never gonna stop. And if you do look at the charts, right, for example, we got the Bitcoin one. If you have the charts ready, right, and you have interesting areas for liquidity, like this area here, it was between about 50,000 and 53, right? There was an area in which before we went on this bull run here, we sideways consolidated. So I knew that even though we had the bottom area of our support, there could be a wick, right? And you can think, okay, how does the majority of the market trade, right? How are they thinking in a trade like this? Okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss just below the point of this liquidity area, right? So it's definitely not gonna drop. They're thinking, or people who haven't traded this market for a long time, they're thinking, okay, we have that accumulation phase in the 50s, right? So that's where Bitcoin bounced. So if we lose that, then the market's dead and I want to get out of my trade. So what they do is they put their stop loss just below it. And this is a fine way to trade, but it changes in these moments, right? These liquidation moments, because we have such speed in which the market gets pushed down. I'm thinking if we go into that region, I'm actually going to wait until the very bottom, if not lower than that region, to start my trades. That's where I'm going to start trying to grab and find the very bottom, because most likely we're going to go further than everyone expects, because that way everyone gets liquidated, everyone's stop losses get hit. Most people are then out of the market. You see it on the liquidation heat map here. You see it very clearly where everyone starts to go long and short against the market, and no one's no one in the market is actually long, right, when we start to bounce. And that's when we start to bounce. So that's kind of the trading style, but only in a crash. It works very differently. I'm fine with the stop losses below those regions in a normal trade. You know, when you're just looking at the sideways volatility and accumulation and that sort of stuff, like a longer term swing trade. But these sorts of trades are a little bit different. They're much more risky because, of course, you can be catching a falling knife that continues to drop. But like on Margex, the reason why I like to trade on there is it has isolated margin, right? So I know I'm going to put in, let's say, $100, $500, whatever it is into these trades. I know, okay, that's all I'm going to lose if I'm wrong. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to put forward, let's say I have $1,000 that I'm willing to lose in this trade. I'm going to start opening these $100 positions, right? As I think we've entered this region, right? In the lower than what everyone expected region. I'll start adding these positions. Some of them might get liquidated, but once I catch that bounce, we make so much profit on the upside. So that's one of the styles that I like to trade, but it takes a very specific market for that to work, because, you know, you have to be in like mass hysteria, and yesterday was one of those opportunities. So yeah, I like to take advantage of those.
Yeah, definitely. Question for you too. We don't have to hit on this right now, but I'm curious about your last video. You said half now, this is your last chance, and then the thumbnail says, this is your time to sell.
Yeah, so
I know some of your viewers that are watching right now have already seen this video, but I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, so the whole point of the video and the whole point of what I've been saying today is, yesterday when the market was just wildly panicked, right? I'm sure a lot of people that are watching now, a lot of your viewers that are watching the video over on your channel, I'm sure some of them sold, and it's perfectly reasonable, right? We've all been there. I sold in panic many times in the past, and we just learn from those mistakes. But what I was saying in these videos is, if you wanted to sell, right? If you wanted to sell yesterday and you were very panicked, you're like, oh my God, I've got way too much money in the market. I feel sick. I shouldn't have done this. This was a mistake. All of those feelings that we all feel, right? I even feel them in the time. I just know it's going to pass. But if you felt that, right, and it's true, you actually, like, you're too exposed to the market. I feel that, but I'm not too exposed to the market. I take very calculated risks in comparison to my net worth. But if you felt like that and you wanted to get out yesterday and you vowed to get out, then right now is your opportunity. Solana is up 35% from yesterday, right? So you quite literally made 35% from not selling. Same with Bitcoin, however many percent it's up. Same with Ethereum. Same with a lot of these altcoins, even meme coins, right? So if anything, you're actually better in that moment that you feel sick to your stomach, to dollar cost average. And then when Solana, for example, starts to pump 35%, get your money out, right? And then you can actually, if you want to, right now today, if you had to put in, just for example, right, just to keep the numbers easy, if you had to put in $100, right, and you put $100 in yesterday, now you're up 35, right? And then whatever you had left, you could just sell your $100 again now, and you would have $35 of Solana that now you can hold for essentially ever risk-free. That's what I like to do, especially with my leverage trades, right? Because I can get into this trade, I can then take some profits right now, which is something that I do. Take the profits, for example, from the Solana trade. I got in at 111. Right now, I can take profits. I can then move my stop loss to break even, and I can just ride that trade risk-free. So now I don't even need to look, right? I don't even need to check in on the trade, because I've got my profit. Let's say it's $100. I put in $100. I get my $100 out. It's 10x, 20x leverage, whatever. Take that $100 out, and now maybe it's a smaller position, so the upside is smaller, but it's risk-free. And that's the key, and that's just how I like to trade in this market with altcoins as well. Not even with leverage, you know. When I'm dollar cost averaging, if I buy a risky play, people who are in my Patreon will know this. When I buy a risky play, 2x, I want to get out my initial. I don't care if it can do another 10x. Yes, it's going to feel like, oh, I could have made more, but you get over that in time, right? Even we spoke about it recently with the project I got in. I got out a little bit too early, but I actually left that moon bag, and because of the crash, it was actually perfect timing. I could have got out a little bit higher, but over time, if you're consistently trading, right, practicing that good risk management and capital preservation gets you a lot further in the market. Because I can tell you, if you're getting involved in risky trades and then you're upping the risk every single time, you will eventually absolutely destroy yourself, and you will, right? It just happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, well, what are you thinking? Are you feeling better now in the market, or are you still stressed?
I'm good. I mean, I said this in my videos yesterday. I was pretty unstressed yesterday, because while I leverage trade, it's still a small portion of my portfolio, so I fully realize I can lose it and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, I was just kind of entertained at the mayhem, but of course it would have been different if it was something crypto focused, like if Coinbase had committed fraud and they had been trading and they didn't have the assets to back up. And of course that wouldn't happen with Coinbase, but I guess it could have happened with Binance or someone like that. That would have been much more scary to me than Japan changing by 0.25% their interest rates, and then like people that borrowed money. It does the same thing that was. It's just that there was less money floating around and people were freaking out. So I felt pretty good about it. I mean, it was also interesting to watch yesterday. I talked about on my channel, a lot of whales were still buying. Like I saw that you posted about this too, but July had the highest amount of Bitcoin bought by whales, I think going all the way back to 2014. And then we also saw, like yesterday, BlackRock had 0 outflows. They just sat there. I talked about it too. I think they are essentially the buyer of last resort. I think they buy when they would have outflows, because there were a lot of other entities that had big outflows, and they did nearly $3 billion in trading volume, and it was exactly 0 inflows versus outflows, and they do that regularly. So I'm guessing if they see $100 million outflow, they use one of their other funds, or there's someone that they have a deal with, which basically they just say, yeah, we'll buy whenever there's going to be an outflow. And it could be for a variety of reasons. Maybe they just don't want their other clients to see that they're having outflows. Maybe they want to be the dominant ETF with the most AUM, or maybe it's because they realize that naturally the days that they would have outflows are good days to dollar cost average anyways. So I think there could be a variety of reasons for that, but that was a little bit telling. Plus Mr. 100 buying like 850 Bitcoin today or something like that, and then buying 1,800 Bitcoin yesterday. So there are a lot of entities that just continue to swallow up the Bitcoin dip, which makes you feel good. I mean, if Mr. 100 was out there selling 50,000 Bitcoin in a day, in addition to the dip and then all the liquidations, I think that would have made me a little bit more worried. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's just business as usual. Liquidations, global fear, and then there was no Israel attack, at least I could see. I don't think there was anything, even though supposedly Trump had said that they were going to be attacked last night. So like less global uncertainty. I think the VIX went down, which is the volatility index. Stocks are up today. Yeah, VIX is down 28% today, and it reached 62 yesterday. It's down like over 50%. So it seems like everyone's just settling down. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either if this was like the big shakeout before the next move up, but who knows?
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your insights as always. And
thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, man. Let's speak again soon.
All right, sounds good. Bye.
See ya. All right, guys. So there you heard it first from Sam, talking about the US. Basically, I got the tweet up here. Starting tomorrow, the Treasury will begin buying back up 46 billion worth of outstanding government securities by the end of October, primarily to provide liquidity support. So this could be very good, guys. If you do have any questions, feel free to smash them in the comment section there. I'll start answering questions in a second. And let's get this over 120 likes, guys. If you are new to the stream, smash up the like button, help me get out to more people. If you appreciate the lives, I will continue to do them, but I only can do them if I know you like them. So please help me by smashing the like button. But yeah, guys, to recap, right? The market, I think we're going to go on to another bullish moment here. I do believe that this is ripe, right? What we were talking about here, look at this. We are at the bottom of the support, guys, the very bottom of the support, which is exactly, I don't like to say exactly as I'd said, because of course I don't know what's going to happen. I talk about the upside and the downside every time I make a video, right? I don't want to be one of those guys that makes it seem like I know what's happening for sure. I just have a style that plays out sometimes, right? But here we have the support, right? And we're right down here at the support. So I think this is a great opportunity. And hopefully if we do hold this region, right, low 50s, this is our area of liquidity, right, that I'm watching. And we wick down, like I was explaining about the trading style, we wick down exactly there. And hopefully we can still hold this. If we can hold this, we could actually see a very high chance of us heading back up to this resistance, at least at around the 70,000s. And what's really, really good for me is this, right? We got $12 billion of liquidation sitting at the, whoa, that's only, it's only 68 now. We got $11.8 billion of liquidation sitting at 68.5. And the longs are starting to come back in. They're starting, but they're very slow and they're very small in comparison to Bitcoin. In comparison to the short. So the overall market is currently short, right? So what have we learned? We know when the overall market is thinking one way, normally we go the other way. That's just that, or the probability, right? The probability is that we go the other way. So if you are looking to start positions, now is a much better time to be starting positions than it was when we were at the resistance, right? At 60, 70,000, you know, the 70,000 resistance. And guys, if we do start to get more bullish, you'll see Twitter going bullish again. You'll see mainstream media going bullish again. And that's just what happens every single time, right? Check out Rehet on Solana. I've not actually heard of that. Awesome. I can check it out, no worries. Let me get up Dex. Guys, we're at 120 likes. I appreciate each and every one of you who like it. It's very appreciated. I can't actually, here we go. Can I just search for it? Let's see, I wonder if this is the right one. Market cap 800, is it this one? 893, is this the right market cap? Right now, I mean, it looks interesting, guys. There's volume, fully diluted, 893. Liquidity, 267, locked, 267,000. Volume, 3.9 million, wow. 94 transactions, and look at that, that's quite a strong chart, quite a strong rebound as well. Let's get this on the 4 hourly so we can see. Wow, look at that rebound, incredible. Obviously I haven't got into this because I'm just hearing about it now, but wow, 5,000% from July, wow, 1st of August. Congratulations to anyone who got in right there. I wish I knew about it sooner. For me right now, I'd probably wait to see what happens, see if we break this. I wouldn't be jumping in now after this massive move, but hey, I could be wrong, but let's see what happens there. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, because I will happily answer them. Listener, Connor, can you do a house tour? I'm actually in a hotel, little suite here now, so I'm not gonna be home for a long time. We're traveling around. Home is very hot right now, so I'm moving around, and yeah, I'll take you guys on that journey with me. Feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna go through the questions now before we end the live, guys, so get them in as quickly as you can. Connor, can you list 4 to 5 coins I can invest in with a capital of 100 and how much to spend on each? I can't tell you amounts, and I can't tell you when to get in because I don't know what $100 means to you. You have to be, and of course I can't give financial advice, but the top 5 coins that I hold, right, in size: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I wonder what's next after that. To only invest once you've done your own research. Do I hold altcoins? My thoughts on XRP. My thoughts are, I hold it, and I think that it could do well. I think that it's gonna break the old all-time high eventually, right? Which would give us a 3x. So eventually I think it's gonna hit that, but I don't know when. I don't think it's going to $10,000 or whatever the price predictions are. But I hold it and I think it's going to do well. But when it does well, I think that I'll take profit. I hold it and I think it's going to do well. But when it does well, I think that I'll take profits. All right. If you guys want me to stay on the stream, we're getting to 30 minutes now. Normally I like to cut. All right. If you guys want me to stay on the stream, we're getting to 30 minutes now. Normally I like to cut it off around the 30-minute mark. But if you want me to stay on and continue to answer questions, let's get those likes up to 160 right now. So I need 25 likes, and there's 378 people watching live right now. So all you have to do is smash the like button if you want me to stay. If you want me to stop blabbering on, I can just jump off, no worries. So if you have a second, smash up that like button. Could go to the 40s. I assume you're talking about Bitcoin. Totally, it could. What's up, C Manicky? What up? Nice shave. Nah, I did it myself. I would rather I'd rather get it done properly. I need a proper lineup on the old beard. Stefan Watson, XRP has sucked every run compared to almost everything else. I'd buy some after this run and sit on it. Yeah, totally, man. Like it hasn't done well. Totally, it hasn't done well. But it's just something that I'm perfectly comfortable having in my portfolio as a just in case play. Oh, we got up to 167 likes. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. What's happening with ETH, Andres? I think it's bouncing, right? Let's check. Let's check out the old Ethereum chart and see. Yeah, 2488. Look at that wick. Exactly what I was saying, and that's where I caught the trade right there. Yeah, we really do want to get back up to 2863. That would be quite bullish if we can. So I would assume we're going to meet a lot of resistance around then. I'll be watching that closely. I think this is like quite an obvious play that's going to do well. I don't think that the market is going to go into a bear market right now, but of course I'm preparing for that. I have my stop losses in place. You need to be safe here. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, much better opportunity to be taking profits or selling out of positions today after these big moves rather than selling in the mass panic, right? One thing that I do have to say, guys, it really does help being in a community where you can ask questions. Like everyone's asking questions here. We were talking to each other. I was actually on the plane live in this chat while we were going through the crash. And I think this really does help to be in a community of like-minded people who are trading, who are trying to find opportunities in the market, who, even if you're just worried that, you know, is this crash going to end? You can come and chat here. I'm in here. You can talk to me directly. So the Patreon link is down there in the description. And of course, you have my trade. So every time I bought something in the recent crash, I posted it here. We got some really nice profits so far, but we also have a team of traders in here who are also posting in-depth opportunities, right? We got starting positions, taking profits, stop losses, trading goals, technical analysis, fundamental analysis. So everything that you want all in one place, right? Trading, look at all this, lots of information, right? Lots of information there. So yeah, if you do want to come and join, there's a link down there in the description. Feel free to come and join. First 25 that at me with a wallet addy will receive some rehet. Are you the dev behind it or something? Let me know. But feel free, I don't mind. As long as it's not a scam. You'll see 49 again within 2 weeks, kill the hive mind. Yeah, I do actually think that would be possible because another retest of 49, right? This is the bottom, yeah? 49 is pretty much the very bottom. What did we reach? 49.7, yeah? So a push upwards, get everyone to go long again, then wreck them all, and then push upwards again, right? That's something that normally happens in this space, right? So everyone's getting euphoric now. They're not overly euphoric yet, we can tell from here. They're not overly euphoric yet, but once this starts to shift, watch this chart, guys, really closely, because this will start to shift. This will start to be equal to this. When it's equal, the risk is much more intense, right? But once this is our short positions, once the shorts go down and the longs go up, then it's way more likely that the market then goes down, right? Because this is how we tell what the majority of people are doing. So yeah, guys, can we smash the likes up to 200 if you want me to stay and answer more questions? We're just 22 likes away from that. So I'd really appreciate it if you could. Stop getting people to long the market. Well, don't long the market then. Tenga Joel, I think $100 on Bitcoin and ETH is nothing, but I'm ready to invest $100 into a meme coin. Just look on the meme coins, bro. Like I'm not going to tell you which exactly one because I don't know which one. I don't really hold many of them long term. I just get in. These are moments you want to be buying, and then you want to get out of them when we go fully euphoric. Casper, yeah, I hold Casper. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If you do want me to stay, I'll give you 1 minute to get us to 200 likes. If we can't make it, I'm going to jump off. I do want to just show you this, right? Michael Saylor posted this today. So have a little look at this video. I think it's going to be very interesting for all of you guys.
The comeback in Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of these others is indicative of maybe something that might have more staying power, but it's only a day. Let's go to Natalie Brunell.
Let me know if you guys always speed up your videos. I cannot watch these videos, right, in normal speed. I get too bored.
Podcast host. Natalie, should I believe today or yesterday when it comes to some of these crypto plays?
Hi, Neil. Great to see you. Well, you know, Bitcoin, it's a great day to buy every day. And there's a saying I think of during times of panic, and that is, a genius is the man who can do the average thing when everyone else around him is losing his mind. And the genius thing is just a dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Ignore the noise. Bitcoin was $25,000.
Crypto legends. Yes, I did say when the shorts go up and the longs go down. If you were listening to what I said before that, this is the chart I was looking at. So this is the shorts. So when the shorts go up, right, on this chart and the longs are low, that's showing us that the majority of the market is short, right? So when these start to go down and the longs go up, right? When we have more people, when we have more people going long rather than short, that's when the market probably will go down, because retail as a whole is not always right, all right? Or is nearly always wrong, as if they're all moving in a specific move. Let's go back to this video.
Bitcoin was $25,000 last August. So zoom out and remember that markets go up, but they can also come back down, and the corrections are really great buying opportunities.
Now, given the market volatility, I thought I would have seen, the Bitcoin and some of these other plays hold their own as an alternative. Gold typically has been the hedge of late. It's down a little bit today, but it's in and out of these all-time highs of close to $2,500 the ounce. Is it a battle between gold and Bitcoin and some of these others?
Well, I think Bitcoin improves upon the properties of gold. And Bitcoin is really digital capital. You can trade it at the speed of light globally, 24/7, without permission from any intermediary. So when people want to express sentiment on market shifts or geopolitical risks overnight or on a weekend, there are very few things that they can sell instantly. And so think about what that says about our 21st century system, Neil. And I credit Michael Saylor for pointing this out too. We are interconnected through digital technology, and yet we're crawling on 20th century rails and schedules when it comes to moving capital. Securities trade Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4. So 135 hours of the week, you can't move capital. Everything is slow and expensive, and you have to get permission from your bank, which has to get permission from the central bank, in what's ultimately an over-leveraged, over-financialized, under-capitalized system. And so while many people don't understand this yet, Bitcoin is digital capital, and its volatility in times of panic is actually a feature, not a bug. It shows how liquid and reliable it is.
Well, you've read about it. You can trade it 24/7 now.
So pretty interesting stuff there, guys. I'm relatively bullish on this market. And yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I see you asking about Brett. So let me just check out Brett. I'm going to do it on CoinMarketCap. I see people arguing about it being completely wrecked and other people wanting to know. So let's check. It's up 12% today. Is that the right one? I think $918 million market cap. We can go all. I think calling this wrecked is a bit of a stretch, but there are a lot of people that are holding a lot of money in this. So there will be always sell pressure, but we reached a market cap of almost 2 billion. So really, it's only really a 2x from here. I don't know, buying these blue chip meme coins could be a good idea, because, Dogecoin went to, whatever it was, 40, I think Dogecoin went to 80 billion, and then Shiba went to 40 billion. So that's the opportunity. But even at, Shiba, apart from Dogecoin, it went to the highest. So Brett would have a 20x from here if that happened. Now, it's possible, guys. So if you want to take the risk, do. Obviously, there's going to be slightly less volatility, but they're still going to be affected in the same way. For me personally, I don't really buy meme coins when they're already, been post or above $1 billion, but that's totally up to you. Kill the hive mind. I'm bearish on this current situation. Yeah, fair enough. Is XRP the best choice to buy right now? I mean, if you want to buy XRP, you can. There's a lot of people who love XRP, but it doesn't really do anything, price-wise. So yeah, you can dollar cost average into it. Just think of it long-term. I still hold it, but I'm just waiting to see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm going to log off here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you can do me a favor, just head over to this video once it goes live and just smash the like button and leave me a comment. I'll go and read all the comments when it goes live on the channel, and then I can answer them in the next video. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.